Hello folks, welcome back to The Slice. The clay swing is officially here. Monte Carlo has started. So in this episode of The Slice, we're going to get into what's happened already and look ahead to who is the favorite to win this tournament. It might be pretty obvious to you, but I think the question between who's more of a favorite between Djokovic and Thiem is what we're really going to get into. So we're going to get into those things and see what's been going on in Monte Carlo in this insane setting in this episode of The Slice.
Welcome to The Slice.
Welcome to The Slice.
Welcome to The Slice.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. Thanks for tuning in. If you didn't catch our last video, I broke down the top 6 most dangerous players on clay. Check out that video here or just on our channel. That's an excerpt, I think that's what they call it, from the larger show, the Front Row Show, which I've been doing every second week since January, and it's been awesome. Thank you to those of you who have signed up. We've been able to get deeper, and it's just been a lot of fun. So again, if you want to support The Slice, help us go to more tournaments like Miami, and just bring you better content, click the link below this video, and you can check out The Slice Front Row, and let me know what you want me to talk about in this Friday's episode. Also, my Instagram, at The Slice Tennis, we are posting a lot more on there, just match previews, matches to look forward to. We're posting quotes from players afterwards. So it's just a lot of fun. So follow us there as well to get more close to the action. But what's been happening at Monte Carlo? So I'm got a little list of here of who's been looking the best to me. Daniil Medvedev defeated João Sousa, who's a good clay court player, 6-1, 6-1. I saw the highlights from that, and Medvedev is looking mean. Is he a good clay court player? I've never really thought of him as that. I know he's been very solid, especially at the end of the last year on the hard courts. Very impressive today and yesterday was Borna Coric defeating Hubert Hurkacz, who I was raving about after Miami saw him live. Got some questions with him. Unbelievable young player. He beat him, which is a solid win for Coric. And then he beat Jaume Munar in 3 sets as well, who's been a great clay court player. And a young comer. He was in the Next Gen finals. So Coric won both of those matches in 3 tight sets. So is he getting on a roll? I've heard some people say in the comments of these highlight videos that he's one of the best mental players on tour. Is that right? I don't know. You let me know. And then Marco Cecchinato came down from a bagel in the first set to beat Stanislas the Manislas Wawrinka, which is impressive. Cecchinato he upset Djokovic in the French Open last year in the 4th round, I think, if you remember. So that was a big deal. So those are some of the guys who have been looking good. Denis Shapovalov lost, which is obviously upsetting for him. Karen Khachanov lost. You know, and Karen Khachanov is one of the guys that I expected to be having a breakout year this year because of how well he played at the end of last year. He won Paris, beating Djokovic in the final. And I was like, this is the man. The Russian bear has arrived. And I was like, for some reason, I thought like he's married, so then he'd be like less distracted on tour with chicks and stuff. So he's like, would be more settled and he'd just be more of a pro. But yeah, he's had a very turbulent 2019 so far. So we'll see if he can turn around. I think he will by the time the grass court comes around. But he's been having a lot of disappointing losses, I would say. So now, Nadal hasn't, as the time of recording, Nadal hasn't played yet. He plays in the middle of the night tonight against Bautista Agut, which is a sick match. And we're going to have to see how his level in that. But I'm assuming, just giving the 11-time French Open champion the benefit of the doubt, that he's going to come through in that match. But without even seeing his level, Nadal is the favorite for this tournament. I think he's won it 11 times, which is obviously a lot of times, a big number. It's insanely more. It's just like he's the favorite. It doesn't even matter. He could barely squeak through and he's still the favorite. But my question is in my list of top 6 most dangerous players, I had a Thiem above Djokovic. Some of you guys said that wasn't fair. Djokovic should be above him because he's actually done more on clay, which is true. But as of late, I thought that Thiem's done more. He's been the better clay court player in the last couple of years, and he looked better in the Sunshine Double, technically. And I just have a gut feeling that he's going to do better. But that is obviously a pretty controversial opinion because Djokovic is the #1 player in the world. But Djokovic looked shaky against Kohlschreiber again today. He obviously had a tough rematch against the guy he lost to in Indian Wells. He didn't look good, and he said that he was having some troubles with his backhand reading it. He said he was hitting it too flat. That's why he wasn't having as much confidence. So we're going to have to see how he progresses in this tournament. But he looked pretty shaky against Cole Schreiber, and it gives us some reason to doubt his ability to win this tournament, I think. If Team comes out, he also hasn't played, but if Team comes out tonight and looks like he's just dominating like he has for most of his clay matches in the last couple of years, I'd say you could put him as a favorite above Djokovic, still behind Nadal, obviously. But Team and Djokovic are in the same half of the draw. So if these cats get to play each other, that's going to be sick, and we can all cross our fingers for that. So that's a quick check-in on Monte Carlo. I just can't believe how sweet this venue is. Next year, I want to be at Monte Carlo. I don't know if I'm going to get to Europe this year. It's not really looking like it. Hopefully going to get to either Cincinnati or the Rogers Cup. But the European, this like clay court venue is just sick. Yeah, that would be awesome to be there. So let me know who you think is more of a threat at this tournament, Djokovic or Team, and why. Also, who's impressed you the most out of these guys? Felix Auger-Aliassime is one. He's alive. Shapovalov lost. Different young guys. Hurkacz lost. So who do you think's looking good, and who do you think's a bigger favorite between Djokovic and Team? Also, thank you for watching. Click the link below to check out Front Row. I'm seriously bringing the most value I've ever put out in that show, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. We got new shirts coming out soon. Send me some shirt ideas if you have any on the top of your mind. And other than that, stay tuned for Front Row this Friday and more episodes covering the Monte Carlo Masters from your boy Steven at the Slice Tennis News. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, folks. Click here to subscribe if you haven't do that, A. And B, click here to check out Front Row and get your mind right with the tennis game.